What's up, family? Happy Sunday, guys. I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend, and if you're anything like me, you're looking forward to the week ahead. So usually here on the weekend, I have a watch list for you guys of trade opportunities I'm looking for, but this weekend I don't. And the reason I don't is that for me right now, I'm just practicing patience, guys. If you actively trade, you know how crazy last week was with the trade war deals. The market's popping back and forth. We get good news, we get bad news, there's optimism, there's skepticism. Kind of just a big shit show, right? So take a look here at the S&P 500. If you've been watching a few of my videos, or even better, if you're in the Focus Trades family, you know we've been focusing a lot on this 295 level. So 295 is where a lot of supply, aka selling, has come into the market. Got some big selling here in May, but really the big dump there last year. So this 295 level has been a pretty big, what you could call turning point for the market, where we've seen a few ugly ass drops take place from that level. We've seen a few breakouts that have led to all-time highs, and underneath that level we've seen a lot of resistance, right around that 50 period moving average. So what I've been waiting for here over the past few days or so, after making a nice profit on that initial dump, was that breakout back above that level. I've been avoiding taking any long positions overnight until we get a close above 295. Now Friday, we did get that close above 295. But as a trader, especially someone who trades full time, you need to learn how to make good judgment calls. It can be very easy, guys. You have a watch list, you're waiting for these opportunities, the opportunities presented, but that doesn't always mean you want to pull the trigger. So if we take a look at Friday, which was wild, we get this gap up, we run like a train towards 299, but you guys know what happened last hour of the market. Things completely dumped there. So we take a look at our hourly chart, and awesome looking move all day, and then last, hour or so of the market, big old dumper. So there's a lot of skepticism and there's a lot of confusion that seems to be going on right now regarding this trade war. We got a partial deal on Friday, whatever the hell that means, and the tariffs that were previously imposed, they're still intact. So I don't buy too much into, the trade war stuff. It isn't necessarily something I pay all that much attention to as far as the finer details go, but from the way I see things, it doesn't really feel like we accomplished all that much this week. And there was all kinds of optimism that some great deal was going to come to fruition. It doesn't really seem like it happened. And obviously, the last hour there on Friday, everybody was kind of heading for the exit. So this is what I mean, guys, about making judgment calls. My game plan has been to avoid any kinds of pops, any kinds of good-looking price action until we get a move and a close above 295. We got that on Friday, but I didn't pull the trigger yet. The reason being is that, I don't need to rush into opportunities, and neither do you guys. Once you find your way as a trader, once you find the things that work for you, you have a lot of confidence in your abilities trading your game. And with that being said, that really helps with patience, where you're confident in your skills, you know what you can achieve when things are right, then you can avoid, some of these sketchier situations. So even though the move I was looking for took place, that's ugly, guys, right? That's a big ugly drop, and again, there's all kinds of volatility and skepticism going on right now, so I avoided jumping into the market here on Friday. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily have any watch list or, key names or key levels for individual stocks I'm focusing on, but what I can share with you guys here is my game plan and my focus heading into the new week. So last week, this level of 295 was our key resistance level, major level we've been focusing on in the Focus Trades group. And if you're not in the group yet, guys, you get the link in the bio for the free 10-day trial, and you can come rock with the family. But 295 was resistance, and now after this gap up here on Friday, what I want to see is whether or not 295 can be support. I don't need to rush into an opportunity. I can sit back on my hands, and what I want to see is whether or not the buyers step in here Monday, Tuesday, and hold this thing above 295. Let's let the dust settle. Let's let all kinds of, news, whatever's got to come out, and then just focus on the supply and demand. Do the sellers return and push this bitch right back to the downside, or do the buyers come in and potentially support this thing before another move back towards all-time highs? That's what I'm focusing on here this week, guys. And whatever happens here with the market, then that's going to dictate my watch list and how exactly I'm going to trade any individual stocks. But what I can say, guys, is that after a gap up like this on Friday and then a nasty fade like that into the close, what we don't want to see is the market open up or fade back into this whole range this coming week. If we drop back here below 295 after a big breakout like that, after all this trade war chatter, things could get ugly. And really, it's just simple supply and demand, guys. Huge selling has taken place at 295 on multiple occasions. And aside from this selling, you can see the back and forth volatility. So sure, technically, we got the move I'm looking for there on Friday. But you take everything else into consideration, my best bet right now, my preference, is to be a bit patient. So that is my major focus for this week, guys. Not, Netflix, not Apple, not Nvidia, the market itself and that big picture. What's going to take place here this week around that 295 level? Will the buyers come in and support this thing? At that point, then I'll begin to consider moves to the upside. Or do we dump right back below 295, right? You rope everybody in there on Friday, everybody's holding shit over the weekend, and they just get their ass handed to them here this week. Those are two potential things that could take place, and only time is going to tell. But man, what a crazy week. Crazy ups and downs, guys. We'll see what this week brings. So I don't really have a watch list or, any specific game plan that I'm focusing on other than that big picture. So whether you're a swing trader, a scalper, or a day trader, this is something you should definitely be focusing on heading into the new week. The big picture, the key level for the market, and what's going to take place as far as supply and demand goes at that level. So I'm sitting back right now, guys. I'm patient. I'm enjoying, this volatility from the sidelines, patiently waiting my next opportunity. I wish you guys the best of luck this week. Focus Trades members, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for our 6:30 a.m. live stream and our 9 a.m. pre-market live stream. Let's get ready to kick some ass this week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.